are live. What's up, party people?
All right.
Man. My name is Ryan McMorris, and welcome. It's almost like having lunch money back. We're at 12 o'clock Eastern. Give me one memento so we don't get blasted here. And all right. So today, my friends, we have a very special guest. My man, Chris Ford, is going to be hanging out with us today. And again, guys, my name is Ryan McMorris. We own a company called Intentional Lifestyle, where we help home business owners create the lifestyle of their dreams, whether it be financially or with time freedom. And we can show you that by using strategies that work on the internet. Okay, so we've been doing this a very long time. We haven't had the best of success in network marketing over the years, but we have overcome some obstacles and been able to recruit and sponsor over 700 people over the last few years, and become a #1 recruiter in a network marketing company, and really have been able to grab some good success. And we love sharing success stories like the one you're going to hear today from our man Chris Ford, who's been working with us for a while. And let the emojis ride. Okay, so here's some rules. So just ground rules before we start today. Okay, one, say what's up. All right, say what's up. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Feel free to comment below and give Chris a shout out. But here's the deal. Chris is probably going to get a little vulnerable today. We asked some questions. So again, support Chris with emojis. Good tech support, okay? Let them hear it, all right? Let them hear it, okay? And if you get some value from it, or you feel like there's people in your network, people on your team, people that you just know that would love to hear an inspiring message from this guy today, Chris, feel free to share. Let us know in the comment section if you shared. And as always, if you're new, let us know in the comment section. Just say, hey, look, #new. That way we can reach out to you and say hello. So Papa #1, if those rules are cool with you, if you can play the game today, we can play with you. So Papa #1 in the comment section, my friends, if you agree to today's rules. Okay. So again, let me introduce Chris. I know I had to get all the crap fluff out of the way. I bring in the man of the half hour, my man, Chris Ford. Now, Chris is a guy that I absolutely love, because there are certain people that they just have this like aura about them that they're problem solvers. And this is what I love about Chris. He's a problem solver. When he asks questions, they're like research questions. Like, they're not like dumb questions. He shows up and says, okay, I'm going to do something. It's very professional. I love that. Like, this guy is one of the most coachable people I've ever had the opportunity of working with. And it's just an honor to share his story today, because every coach dreams of people like this. Okay. Whether you're like, you coach people in your network marketing business, or, like with Intentional Lifestyle, we help people in all different companies. Okay. But this is the coach's dream, is having a guy like Chris. Why? Because Chris makes people look good, because he goes out and does the thing, and then we get to feature him, right? And so, dude, I'm just so proud of you, man. I know you just keep having more success after success, and literally everything you touch is now like just, whatever you want to do with it. So, dude, I can't express how proud of you I am, man, because you're doing the thing, man, and you're still working a full-time job, which is awesome. I think, in my opinion, that's awesome. So that's all I got for you, man. I mean, Chris is the man. Interview over. I just want to pop on here and just share how awesome he is. So like, dude, I know we met a few years ago, man, and here's one of the reasons that I want to bring this on, because Chris is one of those guys. I think Papa #2, if you feel like those hypey success stories are kind of shared too much. Like, the ones where people like come in, it's half day. I'm in my first 12 hours and I made, $14,000. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you're not having success. You know what I mean? I love Chris's story because he's just persistent, and he just works and works and works and works and works, and boom, he has that first $1,000 day, and then boom, he's just continuously making commission after commission, and it's like it doesn't have to be all hype. You know what I mean? It's just he's putting in the work, and guys, a lot of times somebody like this will end up being the one that when they are making $15,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month, it's way more sustainable than anybody else that may be making the same amount of income. I hope you guys understand that. That's so important. And I think a guy like Chris understands that because he knows that steady success like that is going to create a retirement. It's going to create a lifestyle for his children, his grandchildren. That's the thing that you can actually walk away from, and it still generate you more money and generate you more leverage and time. And I really feel like this guy's doing it the right way, dude. So, yeah, man, tell us. So how'd you get started in network marketing? How long you been in the industry? I know, we've talked about this stuff before, but for everybody that doesn't know who Chris Ford is, one, follow this guy because he's the example that you should be following every day. But yeah, man, just tell us kind of how you got started and how you got all of this and what you do for a living too, man.
Well, thank you, Ryan. I definitely want to give it back to you and congratulate you and Wesley on the success that you guys are having with your coaching program. And, through the years of me partnering with you and just seeing, how you work behind the scenes is amazing. So thank you for having me on the show. A little bit about myself. I am a correction officer. I've been working in the law enforcement field for 14 years now. And what really got me into network marketing was around 1996, 1997, when I was working a job, and one of my coworkers, they were older, but they were very energetic. They was always positive, and the type of job that I had, it was a production job where, you pulled cases and things of that nature to make the maximum amount of money that you could from each case and within a time limit. So one of my coworkers named Stefan, he was just amazing just to see him actually work. So I was like, Stefan, what are you doing, man? You are very energetic. You're the fastest person in here and you're making the most money. What's going on? And so he was like, hey, man, it's what I'm taking. I was like, what are you taking? It's like the vitamins from Amway, man. I would love to, get you to try them and see how it works for you. So that's what started my network marketing career, guys. He was in Amway. He actually let me, taste and test out the vitamins, and I started doing, as well as him. And I don't know if it was just a psychological thing or whether the vitamins actually work, but it was just good to be in that circle and to make more money on my job. So yeah, it all started with Amway.
That's awesome, man. And so, I mean, I love that story because one, it's like, I hope that people that hear that story, because it's funny, man, everybody that we've interviewed, whether it be on 7 Figure Friday or an ILC member, I think we all get started in a very similar way. But then when it comes to getting other people started, we seem to kind of drift away from that. And all this guy said was, hey man, I've got a lot of energy. You should probably try this stuff, that kind of thing. But we're all like, no, you got to join the business, dude. Why haven't you joined yet? Let's go get tattoos right now. Come on, bro. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And so you've been in the industry for a while, man. Did you have fast success out the jump, or was it kind of up and down, or what, or kind of what was it like?
No, actually, it was up and down. Like I said, it started in 1996, 1997. And from then, just going to the hotel meetings, staying up late, going through trainings. And, I didn't have the type of success I was looking for right away. So I got discouraged. And, like most people, they quit. And then they still have the drive to want to make more money and want to have a incredible lifestyle. But certain things just don't resonate with them, or the type of success they're looking for doesn't come fast enough. So fast forward, just really going through joining companies, quitting, and trying to, strategize and work out in my mind, like, what's going on? Why am I not having the type of success that I'm looking for? And it was just a mindset thing, and it all comes down to the way that you do things. You do them in a certain way. You have to be consistent, and you have to believe in yourself when no one else does. So.
Right. So have you always believed in yourself, or were those things that just kind of like developed through the process of like ups and downs, or like have you seen certain things that have like improved in your confidence over the years, or like that we may be able to share with us? Because I know, man, we connect with a lot of people, and I know that most people feel like they just, whether they express it or not, but confidence is a huge thing that people are missing in the home business industry. So what are some things that have kind of increased your confidence over the years?
Well, definitely reading. If you're not a reader and you don't like to pick up a book and just read because you think that it's boring, do some audio, listen to some audio tapes, get around positive people that are doing, things that you want to be doing, or they're in a space where you want to be in, and
Right.
that will inspire you to really get out of your comfort zone and to do something different. Because if you keep doing things the same way that you're doing, you're going to get the same results. So you have to stretch yourself and challenge yourself.
Right. It's funny, you say do things in a certain way, and you can kind of tell who's read The Science of Getting Rich, right? And so
Right.
then you just start talking like because it kind of like you click and you're like, okay, cool, like that makes sense, because maybe I'm not doing things in that certain way, and maybe I start doing things over here. And it's funny. I love to share. I love what you shared about reading and getting in the habit of reading, but no one ever said you had to like it. You know what I mean? Like nowhere in the rule book you say, hey, you have to like it. You know what I mean? You just start doing things until you like it. You know what I mean? There's certain stuff that if you get locked in on what type of life you want, like, you just start to like, I didn't like reading. I used to hate reading. Like I did not stand reading. Like I didn't like rereading things for my own papers. I didn't like picking up books. Like Papa number 3, if you've ever feel me, like you can let us know. It's okay if you're one of those people that at some point in your life didn't like to read. It's all good. Sometimes I still don't, but you don't have to like it. That's not part of the rules. Nowhere in the rule book did it say you had to like it. So no, that's awesome, man. So I like the fact that the more you get around, these kind of like book mentors, your confidence started to kind of increase as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. If I can go back to my elementary days, and I'll tell you, in the 3rd grade, I was reading on a 1st grade reading level. I used to stutter. I didn't like to be called up in front of the room to read in front of people, in front of classmates, so I really struggled during my elementary school years, and reading was just something that I really didn't want to do. So I was actually getting some help. And as I was going through, learning how to read better and things of that nature, I've actually fell in love with reading, and there's nowhere that you can go in my house or wherever I am, and there's not a book. I have books in my cars. I have them everywhere, because you get inspired by certain people's messages, and then that makes you want to read more. And then once you read, something actually clicks inside of your mind, and it starts to work on your mindset and your confidence. And so that's why I encourage other people to read more, because if you want the success that you're looking for, it's going to come through working out strategies and going through your mindset to figure out, what is it that's holding you back? Yeah. Why aren't you moving forward?
So how do you figure out what book you want to read? Like because I know a lot of people that are like, okay, cool, but like there's so many books out there, right? Like how do you figure out what book you want to read? Like Papa number 4 in the comments section, if you've ever just kind of wondered to yourself, what book do I read? I get it. I need to start reading, but like, is there something that you do, for the people that are Papa number 4s that are saying, look, yeah, I'd love to know how to find out what book I need to read. Is there something that you do that kind of helps you there?
Um, well, really, it's just depending on what you're interested in. I love personal self-development books, and also, books dealing with science and things of that nature. So it really just depends on the title. And I'll pick up the book, go through a page or two, and if it interests me right then, I find myself, reading a couple more pages, and I just stick with that book, and it may refer me to another book, and before
Yeah.
you know it, you have a book library.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, a lot of books actually refer a lot of other authors, books, and people that you can follow. And I mean, I love that you shared that, man, because I think that's a missing thing that people that actually do are getting into reading. I think it's a missed thing where, I actually take a different color highlighter when I open a new book, and any time the author references somebody else or
Right.
references another book, I immediately write that book down because it's like getting another piece to the puzzle. You know what I mean? And a
Exactly.
lot of us we feel like we're missing those pieces to the puzzle. We have one piece in our hand with this book, and inside of that book, you're like not even paying attention to the other pieces of the puzzle because sometimes we're so focused on what we don't have and what I want to get out of this book instead of feeling like, okay, look, how can I get some things out of this book to share with the world, which is it's pretty important. So I've watched you over the years, literally just do video after video after video, and I'm pretty sure it's just like just a trigger for you now. But like, dude, how have you become so consistent at doing just videos day in and day out? Especially for the person that's on here that may be a little afraid to click the live video button and share what's going through their head.
Yes. How I started was me and Zach Shaid. I went online in 2000, was that 14, 2015, and really just, trying to connect from promote my business offline to online. And our mentor, he told us, look, in order to bring yourself, in order to reach the audience that you're looking to reach, you have to go live. You have to create videos. And at that time, Facebook Live had just started. So we were
Right.
just testing the waters, going live. We was actually creating videos from our phone, recording a video, and then uploading it to YouTube. And I'll tell you, whenever you first start out, you're going to be terrible. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to delete every video that I make after I watch it because this is just terrible. Right. But you get better as you go along. You realize that, whenever you're in business, you're not talking to everybody. That's the first key is
Right.
if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one. So you have to have a custom avatar of someone in your audience that you're trying to reach and solve a problem for. And whenever you're talking
Right.
to them, you want to make sure that you are answering their question and providing a solution for their problem. So when you look at doing a video, and if you just focus on your custom avatar and the problems that they have, then that alone, the content in it will attract more people and they will begin to share your videos. And before you know it, you have a whole tribe that are actually watching your videos and getting,
Right.
benefits from it. So.
Yeah. So you're saying more or less that, kind of as you've evolved through, what you've done in terms of your videos is you went from just kind of like being on video to actually talking to a specific person about a specific topic. And not only did that give you the confidence to talk about that topic, but it's so much easier knowing who you're talking to. Like, even if nobody's on the other side of the lens, you still know who you're talking to. And that's kind of what helped you, make progress over that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. I think the biggest problem is people, when they go live, they realize, okay, now the camera is rolling. I'm live. What do I say? And then they stumble over their words because their focus is on, it may be 100 and maybe 1,000 people that's watching me, but your focus should be on the one person that you're talking to, that
Right.
you're trying to solve a problem for. And
Right.
it makes it so much more easier.
No, that's awesome, man. Are there some things, because I know, so we want to definitely talk to the person that is they've got that chatterbox in their head about video. So I'm pretty sure that someone out there is saying, yeah, but what am I going to find out what to talk about every day? So like, as you've gone through and you're very consistent with your videos, I mean, I love that about you, man. You're just super consistent. I think that's a quality that you've developed, and I would probably say that's the most important quality to develop in any type of business that you do. Is you've got to show up. You've got to show up, and you got to be consistent. So how do you come up with content every day to keep serving people that are watching you, man?
Well, for one, I watch your videos. That's key number one. I mean, Ryan, if you watch his videos, he's just very charismatic. He's just fun to watch, because he has fun, but he's doing a job at the same time, and it makes it fun to watch. But really, how do I come up with a lot of the titles or content? I talk with my wife, and sometimes she's very critical on certain things that, how I speak or what I say. And so she gives me tips, as well as just reading books and then finding out what people struggle with, and a lot of times you can ask people. And, if you're on Facebook Live, on Facebook, you can actually ask them in the comments, if you're in business, if you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever they're in, what do you struggle with? What do you seem to be what seems to be your biggest hang up in your business? And then people will start to actually comment, and so you can create content based on their answer.
Right. And then it can almost become this like never ending thing, because you've kind of like built this thing up, and there's a little bit of a boulder to push up in the front, but you just got to keep going, right?
Exactly.
I love it, dude. I love it. Yo, so one thing I wanted to cover today, man, because I feel like this is one of your best qualities. So like, I know, it's been that culmination that started in 1996, and then, now you're popping $1,000 days, and, you're balling, you got the R. Kelly sunglasses on, man, looking real fresh. Dude, I know, and you still work a full-time job. That's freaking amazing. I love it. So the people, 8% of the people that are watching this are either in a place where they are working a full-time job and they don't want to work a full-time job. But how do you balance everything? And, just kind of tell us how it is, like, kind of like transitioning, because I know that eventually you'll probably have the choice to walk away if you'd like. But just kind of tell us like where your mind is around that kind of stuff. Working a full-time job, having a networking and kind of online business that you run. I know people struggle with time management. They struggle with like, me personally, I feel like the hate for their job actually keeps them from leaving that job in a lot of instances. So can you kind of give us some feedback on like how that's been for you?
Sure. Ryan, I've taken many of your courses, and in your courses, I've learned that you have to create your perfect day, for one. And then you have to be consistent, and you have to draw out how do you want your day to go? How do you want your week to go?
Right.
What type of income do you want to make, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis? And so that's how I draw out what I want to do for that day or for that week. And it makes it more simple, because you're not trying to do, 2 Facebook Lives. You're not trying to do a YouTube video. You're not trying to read 10 pages of a good book. You're
Right.
not trying to do a webinar. So you kind of schedule it out during the week, and you just fill in the pockets of time that you have. A lot of people say, well, I don't have time to run a business online. But guys, it only takes really 20 to 30 minutes. If you would actually plan out your day, you do a 3 to 5 minute video, right? Let's say that you want to do a webinar. You schedule out to do a webinar on a day that you're not working 12 hours like I work. So it's filling in those pockets of time and not making excuses that you have children, or that you have a 12-hour job, that you work 6 days a week. There are no excuses when it comes to your vision and your why for freeing your family and freeing yourself.
That's big stuff, man. That's big stuff because, I mean, dude, I think a lot of times on social media, a lot of people know you and that kind of thing, but they don't always hear that, hey, like, I just worked 12 hours today as a correctional officer. So God knows, what type of day you had at work, you know what I mean? But,
Wow.
The thing, dude, is, and I don't even know if you see this, but like you show up every day with a smile on your face, with just the mindset to go out there and help somebody improve their life. And you don't have to hear what kind of day you had. You don't have to know, like, I mean, you could have even had a life-threatening day at work. I'm sure, over the years, I'm sure that's probably happened, but
Yes.
It doesn't deter you from that vision. So like a lot of us have distractions and things that can keep us through. And dude, I think you're right. I mean, you lock in on that vision. I mean, what can stop you now? And I think that's what a lot of people are missing, dude. So I think that's huge. I think that's huge, man. So I know, again, man, I love your progress, and we love having you as an ILC member, man, and having you pop on and stuff like that, dude. But like since working with us, man, like what's been your biggest I guess breakthrough? Like what have you loved most about it, I guess? Like what's been the biggest thing for you?
My biggest breakthrough is when you first get started, you're just spamming your links all over the place and not really knowing how to attract people to you, how to attract people to your business. One thing you have to realize is that your business is not for everyone, right? So you have to learn the law of associations. You have to learn attraction marketing, which is basically, if you don't have any results when you first start out, leverage other successful people's results, right? And learn how to ride their coattail until you can get some results of your own. And then once you're able to get the results, you just, focus on the type of people that you want to help and what problems they have, right? And just focus on solving their problems. You're not out to solve everyone's problem. Everybody doesn't want to make $1,000 a day, and some people don't have the ability. I'm not going to say the ability, but they don't have the mindset that, yeah. So it's just like, first of all, they have to want to do it, right? You can't force them to do it. You can't force them to sign up, but you just let them know that, hey, it's okay. I'm here if you need me, and just keep on rolling. The people that are for you, and they're going to connect with you.
That's big. That's big. No, I think you hit on something that's really important for everyone to understand is, there's more of them without a solution to a problem. Like we all have problems, right? We all have problems. However, there's more people with problems and out a solution than of us with problems, but we have a solution. And understanding that is huge, because now we say, what, our business isn't for everybody. Things change and people change and situations change, but you get a lot of power and you can create a lot of posture when you understand, wait. What I don't have to like beg anybody. I don't have to, convince anybody, because wait a minute, you have a problem with no solution. I got problems and I have a solution.
Yeah.
Who would rather, you know what I mean? Like that's a little different, right?
Yes.
I know one thing that we used to teach, and I know when you were, when you just started working with us, I know one thing we used to teach was put the pressure on your mentors, put the pressure back on the system. If it's, hey, you know what? I'm going to lose 50 pounds and I'm going to show 50 other people how to lose 50 pounds. And you may be thinking, well, I need to lose the 50 pounds first. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. It's easy. You can just say, you know what? I'm working with a group of people that have consistently shown people how to lose 50 pounds in 6 months. They have a plan. They have a community. And I'm going to plug into that. So now your people realize that, wait a minute, they got the same problem I got, but they got a solution. I got the same problem and I have no direction. I have no solution. Shit. And then what are they forced to do if they want to solve that problem? they're forced to go to Chris because he knows how to solve problems. That's what they do. So, no, that's awesome, dude. Bro, man, I just want to just congratulate you on all your success. All the things that have led up to now, popping $1,000 days and really just helping a lot of people, man, and the growth of your audience and the consistency, dude. I mean, we love having you a part of Intentional Lifestyle, man. We definitely got to bring you out more and start giving you the mic and training people, man. And because you're awesome, man. And I love the growth over the years that you've had, and just being an example of consistency is just it's amazing, dude. So me and Wesley, man, we love you. We love featuring you, and we love just hearing more about what you got going on, man, because it's phenomenal, and we just want to give you our gratitude for making us look good, man, because it's just, you're the guy, man. So no, man, you're awesome, and we appreciate you, man.
Hey, Ron, I appreciate it. Everything you guys done for me in the past, 2 or 3 years has just been amazing. It's actually changed my business around, my mindset. I actually have better conversations with my wife, just taking this ride from, Florida to North Carolina, just hearing her input, and I didn't know that she was that open with, business concepts. And, she gave me a lot of content to actually do videos over the ride. So, I'm just grateful for you guys and everything that you do for your community and reaching out and helping people. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, man. It's our pleasure, man. I mean, that's what, when we set out and did this whole Intentional Lifestyle Creators thing, that we just wanted to, that's part of it. You know what I mean? Really taking full control of your life and, having better relationships and better conversations with not just, your people, your prospects, not just your team members, but, this is the kind of stuff that if you have better conversations with your boss, all of a sudden, maybe you don't hate your job so much. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're not finding everything that's wrong with your spouse. You're not finding everything that's wrong with your kids. I mean, these are the things, guys, that can truly change the scope of how your life is. You know what I mean? I love that you said that, man, because it's so powerful, man. I think it's so overlooked. And man, you're the beacon of the example, dude. So love it, man. Love it, man. So we'll rock out of here, guys. Make sure you say hey to Chris. Find him on Facebook, give him a hug, give him a GIF hug, send him a message, say hey, reach out to him, pick his brain. Dude, the guy he's a genius. So pick his brain too, see what's working for him. Have him, you interview him. I mean, just, do something. This guy is awesome. Grab him while you still can, because he is a guy that the more success he has, the harder he is going to be to get a hold of, okay? You can also reach him. He's in our free Facebook group as well. He's a part of our Intentional Lifestyle Creators community. So if you're not inside of that free Facebook group, let us know, and we can get you in that free Facebook group, and you can see some of the other cool stuff that Chris does in and day out. All right, guys? So Chris, we appreciate you having you on, man.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. You guys have an amazing day. Go out there, create your own lifestyle, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
See you, buddy.